So, hi, could you please introduce yourself first?
Yes, hello, my name is Arno, so sorry for my English, I'm really bad, but I will try to speak just fluently. I come from Lyon in France, and I'm studying in Grenoble in political sciences, and yeah, and I am really concerned, as other French, the French election that will come next Sunday, and this is a second term between Marine Le Pen and Emmanuel Macron. I'm personally an activist for Emmanuel Macron's campaign. As you can see.
So, what are you?
So first, you can present yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mathieu. I come from France. I'm studying currently in third year in Sciences Po, so political sciences and social sciences. And I'd like to become a journalist later.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Ellen, I'm from the Netherlands. I study psychology at the University of Maastricht, so I don't have a political background, but my ideas about the French politics, well, I really don't like French politics. There's never a party that's super nice. Now, for example, you have Macron, Le Pen. Le Pen is right populist, super bad, and Macron is not left, not right, not great either.
So, what are your feelings of the French elections?
So, as an activist for Emmanuel Macron, I'm pretty scared of the result because we couldn't imagine that Trump would have been elected in America. We couldn't imagine that Brexit will happen would have happened in the UK, and so I'm really scared. But on the side, just I hope that after the debate that was 2 days ago, I really think that France just realized that the populism and Marine Le Pen's extremism has no real solution for France in all of the domains, in all of the the domains, economic, everything, international, refugees, and everything. Okay, and so I have the first question. What are your feelings of French elections?
I'm real scared of the fact that Marine Le Pen could win the election, but after the awful debate that she made 2 days ago, I think that she has no chance anymore. There's many a chance that Macron will win the election. I'm quite satisfied with that.
Really, the debate was really bad from part of Marine Le Pen.
Sorry?
The debate was really bad from the part of.
Yeah, because like 3 days before an election, it's not really strategic for me to be really aggressive with your opponents. So her goal should be to gather all the possible voters for herself. She decided to be aggressive, so that's not a really good strategy for me.
Okay, so I want to.
Concerning the refugee crisis, do you believe that the USA's presidential election and ideologies is affected the French elections?
Yes, completely. Can you repeat a little bit slower the question, please?
Concerning the refugee crisis, do you believe that the USA's presidential election and ideologies has affected the French elections?
I don't think that it's affected directly the French election. I think that the populism are higher everywhere in the world, and that's due to in France, for example, in feeling of insecurity, which is pretty important. And the problem in France is that people are thinking of insecurity in migrants, in Islamic, and they are, I think, mixing everything with a bad way. And the extremism and the populism are kind of playing with these cards and just making big amalgams of these different questions.
So the influence of American politics or ideologies on the French elections, I'm not sure. Well, the results are not there yet. But, well, certainly in the mind of people. So by accepting Donald Trump as a president, you, like, hate speech or hateful acts towards foreigners have become more acceptable. Just that's the way that people interpreted it. I'm not saying that he wants people to interpret it like that, but people do. Just because if a president can, then everyone can. So in that way, like, he had influence on people's mindset everywhere. So I guess that's also a reason why populist parties and right parties and anti-immigration parties got bigger, because people feel like it's more acceptable now to be anti-foreigners.
If Marine Le Pen is elected as the next president, how do you feel that will impact or influence neighboring countries with their approach to the refugee crisis?
I don't really know. I don't really know if it will directly influence neighboring countries, because all countries have a story, and we can see that Front National is so stronger now in France because of the refugee crisis, but also because of unemployment and the fact that we have just bad economic situations. For example, in Germany or in other country in Europe, there is not especially just really bad economic situations. So I'm not sure that we will have the same result. That can influence, but I don't really know.
And so, if Marine Le Pen is elected as the next president, how do you feel that will impact or influence neighboring countries, for example Germany or Italy, with the approach to the refugee crisis?
So first, if Marine Le Pen is elected, I think I'll flee the country. I'll go to Germany or Italy, as you say. The main point of the European Union is that we are all interdependent. So if Marine Le Pen is elected in France, it will be the same for Germany. It will also make AfD or Five Stars movement.
You really think that? You really think that the fact that one populism would be elected?
I think it's like a domino effect.
Okay.
And so if one country, like there was the problem with the Brexit, and if one country brings to the power a populist party, it helps other populist parties all around Europe to gain momentum.
Okay, so thank you very much.
So whether the French elections are gonna change border policy in other countries, I'm not so sure. Donald Trump had a very big effect just in the mindset of people, because people followed it. The American elections were at times very ridiculous, fun to watch. It was it was a hot topic. People talked about it. With the French elections, not so much. Like, people know Le Pen, she's quite famous everywhere, but if you go on the street and you ask a random person here if he has ever heard of Macron, I'm not so sure what he would say. Like, Le Pen, people know her, but she's not as much an example as Donald Trump is, and will therefore not have as much as an effect. However, she said that if she's going to be elected, that she wants to have a referendum like they have in England, and of course if France decides to leave the EU, that's going to have huge effects on border policies or any policy in the EU, as France is one of the most influential countries there. So yeah, Le Pen herself not so much, but especially this referendum might have a very big effect. I mean, if she's going to be elected. So the border policies in the Netherlands, it's hard to really say anything about it, because we just had elections last month or 2 months ago, and well, they didn't present. I'm not sure if they made plans about border policies yet. At least they didn't reveal them. So yeah, it could be anything really. So I can't really say anything about border policies in the Netherlands, because they might change a lot in the next months or next year. So we'll see.